welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Jessica Rich. I'm a self-awareness coach, and on this channel we talk about all things that help you become a better version of yourself. So I think I'm gonna make this somewhat of a story time, and I was hoping to actually get some of my friends to actually join me on these videos while they're in town. But one of my girlfriends who I met in 2008, we were working together, and at the time we didn't talk to one another. Like, we worked in the same building, and if for any of you who work in a corporate space, like, there's gonna be some people you speak to, some people you don't. I was much younger then, so I was probably a year out of college, so 22, so young. And I'm an introvert. Most people don't believe that, but I was a huge introvert, and we just didn't talk. And I remember, so at this event, she shared with her friends, like, we didn't like each other. And I think on the outside looking in, people would probably perceive we didn't like one another, but we just didn't talk. We didn't speak. And she later admitted she didn't want to be in the city that we were in. So she just really cared, like, to get to know people. But on my end, I wasn't a really social person. As an introvert, and what some people can consider like antisocial, I have to warm up to you, and then, I get more comfortable. But at that age, I don't think I wouldn't say not friendly, but I just didn't take the initiative to really like build relationships with a lot of people in the workplace. But the way that we became friends were, so here we are, 2008 to 2010, we're working basically in the same building. I leave in 2010 to move to Oklahoma City for work. And in 2013, 2013, I was in Dallas and working, and I knew that I was going to be supported for getting a promotion. And she and I had crossed paths because she had moved to Dallas, and we exchanged numbers somehow, right? So I don't remember how we talked, but we ended up exchanging numbers. And I think it was because we were focusing on continuing education courses. And she texted me. I had been going hard at work. Like, I knew I wanted to get promoted to leadership. I had got a mentor. I was like, what do I need to do? And like within less than a year, I had full support to be going into leadership. And for some of you who are in a corporate America space, you know that there's usually like a career path development plan, but like your girl was on time 10 trying to make it happen. And I remember that she messaged me and she said, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. I am hearing nothing but positive things about you in conversations. And here's somebody who I just told you, right? She jokes like, we ain't like each other, but she was woman enough to message me to say like, hey, I don't know what you're doing, but like behind closed doors, people are speaking so positively about you. And I expressed to her, I was like, thank you so much for sharing that with me. She didn't have to, right? And after and I think we just kind of were just slowly like text back and forth. I was like, we need to connect at some point. And we eventually connected, and I think we've been like friends since. friends since. I even lived with her at one point in Dallas. And I say all that to say, you never know how friendships can start off. We shouldn't judge people. And also, here we are both in this same work environment. We're crossing paths. We're going through whatever our own situations are. And although we were not friends, and, she jokes and said we didn't like each other. I'm sure we just didn't care for one another, right? Like, you're just another person in the building. But don't be afraid to share when someone else is doing well and you hear people speaking highly of them. I think that's important. That kind of probably brought us together. And it was a blessing because we have been great friends. We've been prayer partners. We've fasted together. We've been through, relationships and promotions and, leaving jobs and all these different things. But, it's a sign that friendships come and start in different ways. And regardless of whatever age in life you are in or stage, doesn't mean that you can't develop a friendship with someone. Looking at this situation, I'm sure at that time, people would have never expected us to be this close. And now that we joke about it, it's like looking back, why didn't we talk? Could we have taken the initiative to just, hey, how are you? I don't think at that time I was a person that probably, hey, how are you to everyone? But, you know, what is it that I could have done differently? Or was that just not our season to be friends? Right? You know, when we connected, we clicked, and we've been good friends ever since. But maybe that wasn't our season to be friends, especially being that she didn't want to be in that environment. Whatever I had going on, maybe it just wasn't meant for us to be friends. But when I think about her saying, like, you know, we didn't like each other, I just think that is probably so relatable for so many people when you just don't connect with people, you don't vibe, you all don't speak, and you don't know why, and you can miss out on opportunities for individuals that you can have so much in common with, that can really pour into you, that can invest in you. You just never know how people can benefit you in life. And when I mean benefit you, not any financial gain, like, you don't know how they can inspire you, how they can motivate you, how they can be there when you're going through something. And I just want to remind people that at any stage in life, you can build a friendship. At any stage in life, don't be afraid to have that mindset that, you know, sometimes we need a community. You know, I understand that there are a lot of small circles. People have to keep my circle small. And if you're a person that feels that way, that's fine. But you don't have to keep everyone out or shut everyone out because of this mentality that I don't need anybody, because you never know. And there's been times in life where I've needed people to pray for me outside of my mom and my family. There's times that I needed her to fast, and we're fasting and praying, and we writing down and communicating what we're praying for during that time. And had we not connected, who knows what life would have been like. You know, I have a lot of close friends, but she's also a very close friend. So, you know, when you think about friendships and meeting people, you know, whatever the situation may be, just know that you don't want to just completely cut people off or not give people an opportunity to get to know them. But let's put it on the flip side and being her. And if you know of someone and you see that people are speaking positively about them, or they're doing good things, maybe nobody's talking about them, you notice they're doing good things, don't be afraid to congratulate folks. And like, I see you, wow, you're doing a great job. You know, you're making moves. If it leads you, want to make sure it's authentic. But even if you don't know anyone, don't be afraid. There's been people on social media who don't know me but congratulate me on things that they see that I'm doing, especially if it's a first, and vice versa. And I think that means a lot to people. And in the community, sometimes, you know, we get so caught up in what we're doing, or sometimes we think it's uncomfortable to, you know, celebrate ourselves, so we don't celebrate others. But we should be doing both, celebrating ourselves and celebrate other people that are doing great things. If there's somebody that you hear people speaking positively in rooms that they're not in and it's worth sharing, don't be afraid to share it. They need to hear that, especially if it's in a corporate space and their manager may not be telling them. You know, don't be afraid to share that with them. Like, I'm hearing great things about you. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. I think that's so important, because you never know the impact that it can make on someone to be a better employee, to keep going, they may be at a breaking point and they want to give up, and you sharing that with them can take them to the next level. And for me, it happened to build a great friendship with someone that I never would imagine would be a friend. So if I can, one thing I want to do with my podcast is like bring some conversations close that are near and dear to me, and bring people who are close to me. I'd love to have my mom, my sister, my best friends come and just talk about like me as a person, and really get to know Jessica. And in this situation, I would love to have her do the same. I have to send her this video to say like, hey, I think our story and our start can really, really inspire other people to see, like, here are two people who at the time probably just like, I didn't care for her, or, you know, was just another body walking by, and here we are, very, very close. And it's a friendship that I think also, with others looking in, inspires them and connects us beyond just our friendship, but her friends and my friends, and we can all have a good time and be inspired and motivated and share stories and best practices. And when life is lifing, be able to bounce and share things to inspire one another. So I just want to share a little quick story time, because she was here this weekend. She was here for the weekend for my event, and she said that, and it resonated with me, because I feel like a lot of people can relate, right? Is there ever somebody you were like, I don't really deal with them. I didn't like them. You didn't even know them, right? And then maybe a situation turned out that y'all connected and it went well and y'all connected, maybe it didn't. But then also it's an opportunity where you're currently in that situation and it makes you say, maybe I should speak to that individual, or maybe I should share that good news with whoever that person is. So if it made you think, definitely sit in it and see if it's an opportunity for you to share with someone else or connect with someone, and you never know where it can lead you. So anyway, thank you for watching my YouTube channel. I appreciate you listening to my little story time, and I'm gonna do my best to try to get my friend on here so we can share our story together. Have a good day.